Hey guys, I just wanted to talk for a little bit. I recently watched Hellraiser Inferno again. I watched it yesterday with my girlfriend because we're going through the movies, and it wasn't as bad as I really remember it being. You really gotta watch that movie, under the pretense that it isn't a Hellraiser movie. Because if you watch it, if you watch it with the intention of watching it as a Hellraiser film, you're not really gonna have a good time. But if you watch it as if it isn't one, you're gonna have a good time. Because when you don't see it as Hellraiser 5 and just a movie called Inferno, it's actually pretty okay. Like, it's okay. But obviously, I have to rank it as a Hellraiser film, otherwise, it won't make sense. So, it is the third worst Hellraiser movie. But I mean, I've always said it. If Hellraiser Inferno was, like, not related to Hellraiser at all. If it was just a little B movie called Inferno, it probably would be like okay. Because take away all the Hellraiser elements, it's actually okay. I mean, it's either that I know there's a big like thing on whether or not this was intended to be a Hellraiser movie, because I know that Doug Bradley, the guy who plays Pinhead, the Hell Priest, that's his actual name, and says that it was not intended to be one, but I believe Scott Derrickson, the guy who directed it or wrote it or whoever, I think he said it was always meant to be. So I think it is just they just didn't know how to make a Hellraiser movie. Because okay, if it was meant to be one, you did a bad job. How am I supposed to believe that this was meant to be one if, you know, Pinhead doesn't even appear until the last like 15 minutes of the movie? Like, seriously, Pinhead doesn't appear until the last, like, 15 minutes of the movie. And the Cenobites are very scarce. Like, it's very scarce with Cenobite appearances. It's almost got completely nothing to do with Hellraiser. It's like they just wrote a completely different movie and they just threw in some Hellraiser elements at pages 15, 75, and 112. And just, yeah, we're, we're done here. We've created a Hellraiser movie. But yeah, it's decent enough. Like it's a kind of a interesting flick. It's pretty much a detective like figuring out a crime like of a murderer called the engineer. He gets like really lost in it and stuff like that. And by the end it's revealed that he is the engineer. Obviously spoilers for a 25-year-old movie and not anyone fucking cares. Yeah, he is the murderer. And at the end it's like Pinhead who like reveals it to him. It's pretty ridiculous. But like as a Hellraiser movie, of course, it is a very bad movie. It's the third worst Hellraiser movie. There's still two worse. Hellseeker and Revelations are worse uh, than Inferno. But Inferno was pretty bad. Take away all the Hellraiser stuff. No, Inferno's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I had a decent time watching it again. I guess I would just, give it a second chance. Why not? But yeah, it's all right. Actually, it is all right. It's a good pretense for a movie. Some of the acting is not great. I'll say that. A lot of the Hellraiser movies don't seem to have great acting, especially in the direct-to-DVD ones. Do you really expect good acting from direct-to-DVD videos, though? No. You don't go into those for great acting. You go in there to have some schlocky fun. That's what you watch B movies for. You don't go in there to expect good dialogue and good writing. You go in there to have fun. And it is a fun movie to some extent. But as a Hellraiser movie, it is bad. It's not good at all. Also, there is a scene where they say 6 or 7, and I kind of had a physical shock. I went into shock after I heard that. I didn't want to bring it up while we were watching, but it it hurt me. So it's at the bottom of my list now purely because it's the only Hellraiser movie to include the words 6 or 7. But anyway, it's not as bad as I remember. It's decent. My score? I don't know. Did I give Hellworld and Judgment scores in my video? If not, then I'm not going to do it here. But if you look at it as just a random B movie, it's alright. But if you're looking at it as Hellraiser 5, then it fucking sucks. I'm sorry, it does fucking suck. But ignore all the Hellraiser elements, and you actually get a pretty good, decent movie. Not pretty good. It's a decent, okay movie for what it is. And I really wish they could have made it. Same with Deader. I said this with Deader, the 7th film, not Hellsaker. Nothing could save Hellsaker. But Deader, you could save Deader by removing the Hellraiser elements, and it'd be pretty good. I'll make another video someday talking about Deader. I'll probably get around to all the movies at some point. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this real quick. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.